Welcome to Bendix Trade Training for Workshop Floor Staff. Today we're working on a performance vehicle which is this Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7. Bendix has a wide selection of braking products for all different driving styles. After talking to the customer and identifying their performance braking needs, we'll be fitting a full set of Bendix Ultimate Plus brake pads and Ultimate disc rotors, as well as flushing the system with Bendix High Performance DOT4 brake fluid. Once you've got the vehicle up in the air and remove the wheels, remove the front brake pads and unbolt the front caliper. Hang the caliper out of the way, making sure the brake lines aren't holding the weight, and remove the old rotor from the hub. So make sure you remove any of the corrosion there and then give it a good clean up with some brake cleaner. Give the hub a good clean to remove any corrosion, then clean it down with brake cleaner. From there I want to check that the brake caliper is serviceable. I've already pushed the pistons back and will clean it down with brake clean to check that the piston boots aren't perished. These are serviceable, so we can proceed with reassembling the front brakes by sliding the new rotor onto the hub. From there you can bolt the brake caliper back on. Before installing the pads, we'll check over the mounting pins and clips and give them a good clean. Make sure that the brake fluid reservoir cap is off with a rag on top. If it's already full, you may need to drain out some fluid. Let's rebolt the caliper back onto the car and torque the spec. Next, take the front Bendix Ultimate Plus brake pad and apply a small amount of Bendix Ceramisil brake parts lubricant to the shim and the back of each pad. This will help to prevent any noise created by the pad rattling against the shim. Now, simply refit the new pads to the caliper like so and reinstall the mounting pins and clips, and then repeat the process for the other caliper. Moving to the rears, we'll again remove the caliper to access the rear brake rotor. Same steps with hanging the caliper, cleaning the hub and also cleaning and checking the serviceability of the caliper seals and boots before reinstalling the new disc rotor. With the new rotor installed, I can now install the brake caliper and torque the bolts to spec. Again, when fitting the Ultimate Plus rear brake pads, apply a small amount of Bendix Ceramisil brake parts lubricant to the shim and the back of the pad and refit the mounting hardware. Next up, we're going to pump some brand new brake fluid through the system. Start at the furthest corner from the brake master cylinder and work your way forwards from there. Attach the bottle and hose to the brake bleed nipple on the caliper and crack open the nipple. Remove the old brake fluid by pumping the pedal. Once the master cylinder reservoir is almost empty, refill it with fresh Bendix brake fluid. Next, pump the fresh brake fluid through the system. Depress the brake pedal slowly to full stroke and release it. Then repeat every 2 to 3 seconds until fresh fluid comes out of the caliper. Once it's only fresh fluid coming out, close the bleed nipple with the brake pedal depressed and repeat the process for each wheel. Make sure to keep an eye on the master cylinder, making sure it doesn't run dry. Otherwise you'll need to start the bleeding process all over again. Once you're done, give everything a good clean. Make sure that the fluid in the master cylinder is at the correct level and that the cap is tight, and then you're good to go. With the wheels refitted and torqued to spec, give the pedal a few test pumps. Bendix pads all have the blue titanium stripe, which means instant brake bite and removes the need to bed in brake pads. Once you've done the road test, the brake job's complete. For more trade technical training content, visit bendix.com.au.
Bendix. Put your foot down with confidence.